fancy suit. I'm gonna bring it out before we even start the show. Before we even start the show. Okay.
I feel more comfortable now.
You
I
do?
do. You know,
Really?
it's all shaved. Yeah. It feels
Unbelievable.
good. Feels good.
Unbelievable. All right, you ready to start this?
Yep.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate. Don, it's going to be a wicked good show. You cannot believe the male model / commercial real estate agent that we got on today. Ladies, keep the clothes on, please. Okay, it's a family show. This is probably one of the most beautiful gentlemen I've ever seen. I got a bro crush on.
Well, it sounds like it, man.
Yeah, I tell you, I was like, oh my God, that's a beautiful man.
All right.
So
not that there's anything
we got
wrong
all
with
kinds
that,
of
I
good
guess,
stuff.
eh?
But here's the thing: at the end of the show, we have a secret that we are going to kick out to you. Okay, we have a secret thing that we're going to throw out to you, a secret challenge.
A fun.
It's going to be awesome.
Not
it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to blow the doors off. That's what's going to happen.
All right.
Blow the doors off. All right. So let's do our normal stuff here. Give me some market update, Don. Before we do, let me get a little bit of question of the show. All right. Question of the show is: what's the best Halloween costume you've ever worn? Now, can't just be some idea you came up with, right?
Yeah. Well, it could be if you have something that you might have never seen and you made some costume up or something like that.
Now we're bringing the devious people in, though. The devious people, that'll start bringing crazy stuff.
But if you do that, you have to pictures. You have to post a picture.
Pictures or didn't happen. There goes that.
Pictures or didn't happen.
Exactly.
So
pictures or didn't happen.
All right.
It's always good.
So tell us what your best Halloween costume is.
Best Halloween costume. That is the question of the show. All right?
All right. So
market update.
Market update is Washtenaw County. And as you can tell, we're doing all the counties. And just to let you know, some of the cities that are there, if you may not know where they're at. Dexter, Chelsea, Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, Pittsfield Township, which is just south of Ann Arbor, near Saline. Saline's there as well. So
Saline, Michigan? Did we ever talk about Saline, Michigan?
We did.
Look at all this craziness, Don. Before we even start, look at this guy. We got Shelly Gambino, Steve Kreitz, Chris Bergeron, Julie Long, all kinds of crazy stuff. You want to hear some questions, some good costumes? You want to wait a minute?
Yeah, let's throw a couple
out. All right, let's throw a couple quick ones. You ready? Here's what we got. So Julie Long said she was 8 months pregnant and dressed as a nun. And my sister goes to church every week, too.
I like that.
Did you tell Father Bob that? I don't think you did. Okay? So we got that one. Let's see what else.
That's a good one.
Best costume I ever did was for you, table for two. You stole it, Ma. My mother. This is my thunder. I was a table for two. In college, you got extra credit points. It was awesome. Very cool idea. So, all right, let's go market update, my friend.
All right, so Washtenaw County. August of 2019 versus August of 2020, 2002, 2020, 500.
Wait, you okay?
Yeah. New listings in August of 2019, 523. Yep. New listings in 2020, 414, down 20%.
So that's weird.
20%.
About a month ago, we were talking, they were only like 5%.
Yeah, but I think we were in Saline at that point, weren't we?
Yeah, I think so. So, again, guys,
that might have been July.
The trend continues.
This is August. It might have been July. So July was a little bit different.
So that 20%, 30% less listing thing is continuing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pending, meaning they're under contract, 358 last year, 331 this year, down only 8%.
Yeah. Okay.
And closed down 8%, 385 versus 354.
So
everything's down.
Yes, things are down, but the biggest thing is the new listings are down, right?
Yeah.
And again, guys,
hugely.
Don and I were talking about this before. We're like beating that drum to death for like the last 2 months or something, right?
6 months.
Boom, 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 boom. So let me throw this out at you because I was thinking about this. It's a new strategy that people are starting to use, right? So you and I talked about this a little bit before the show, that they're selling their departure home and they're moving in with the relatives, okay? Or they're moving to
short-term rental,
something or other. Yeah. Moving short-term something. They're absolutely.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Absolutely it does. It makes a ton of sense.
But it depends on what's going to happen in the spring. What will happen then?
It's market prices keep driving up. It doesn't matter. All you do is waste time. But
and interest rates. Who knows what's going to happen next year? But,
our man Mike McLaughlin is going to come in on that. Let's see if we can get Mike today.
What if he knows anything about next year?
You think he does? He's probably got a crystal ball.
Foresee anything next
Mike
year?
McLaughlin, can you hear us, Mike?
I can hear you.
What the heck? All right, that's a definite improvement. Mike McLaughlin, ladies and gentlemen, here it goes. Give us the mortgage minute, please.
Yeah, to answer Don's questions, the question about the prospects for interest rates into 2021, they are expected to stay low, not even just through 2021, but for a couple more years as the Fed, it's part of the Fed Reserve's long-term plan to keep the economy in line, is to keep interest rates low. So as far as for you and for me, that's great news.
So is it get low, get low, get low, get low? Is that what's happening? A 90s song. A little 90s dance from there for you, okay? Get low.
I'm not going to sing the next line for you, Scotty.
All right, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for saving us.
But so my best Halloween costume is some of you know, like Julie and yourself, Scott. I have a twin sister, and one Halloween I used a wig and dressed up as her. So
that's awesome.
Did you pull it off?
I did pull it off because we kind of had the same facial features and everything from going back all the way to early childhood.
Gotcha.
So how old were you when you did that
I want to say it was my late teens.
Yeah.
I remember my mom. I used one of my mom's wigs to pull it off. So
wow, very nice. So Michael, tell me something about Michigan. Tell me some turn times for folks using that down payment assistance.
Yeah, so like you guys were talking about listings being down, but really we haven't seen on our end, on our processing end, we haven't seen much relief. We still got a lot of loans coming in, a lot of houses being purchased, and refinances as well. So it's nice to see, even though a lot of the turn times haven't come down a whole lot, but I think the appraisals are now coming in a little bit faster. And for MSHDA specifically, like you mentioned, Scott, the down payment assistance through the state of Michigan, Michigan State Housing Development Authority, their turn times, which were as long as 12 to 14 days within the last couple months, are down to less than a week. They're down to 5 days, and that includes a weekend. So they've finally caught up, and they've really put in the time to work really hard and get us caught up, so that the loan transactions and the purchases on homes can now start to resemble closer to normal turn times for our
very nice.
Wow,
very
that's
nice.
incredible.
That's
5
good stuff.
days.
That's good stuff. So, folks, Mike McLaughlin's saying he looked in his crystal ball and he's saying mortgage rates are going to stay down for a while, and Michigan's doing better with turn times. Hey,
absolutely.
All right, that's your mortgage minute, Mike McLaughlin from Academy Mortgage. Thank you, sir. We trust you and love you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Mike. All right, Don, you want to hear real quick a good Halloween costume story from me?
Sure.
So a guy that I worked with his wife in D7, and he was me for Halloween one year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He
dressed up in an old wrestling T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I used to only like spaghetti. I used to like spaghetti from Big Boy. It was like a weird quirk I had. So he came with spaghetti. He was eating spaghetti. And he walked like I do, all hunched over with the butt out and stuff like that. I was like, it wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now.
Are there pictures?
I don't know.
So man,
Chuck
I love
Mosier
it.
is a gentleman's name.
Chuck, you the man.
That's right.
You're the man, Chuck.
He was me. I swear to God, he was me. So, because I know, guys, I walk all like this. I know that. But it was funny for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what we got.
Were you laughing? Did you get a good laugh out of it?
No, I didn't laugh then. I felt I was being made fun of then. But now I'm a bigger person, so I felt better now.
So did you put him in a lock?
No, he was a cop. He had a gun.
Oh, okay.
He would have shot me. All right, so let's give some shout-outs to some folks. First, Melissa McLaughlin, watching her man on the air here, Mike McLaughlin. We got them. We got Carrie Harleton, Tammy Tidwell, and Shelly Gambino making it happen. I think they've had a couple. They're saying some goofy stuff in the old chat here. Got Lori Suge Knight. Got Jim Boyce watching, my good friend. All kinds of crazy stuff. But the best costume I've heard so far, another good one, not the best one, the other one, is Zach Wilkowitz. You know what he was?
A nail.
Hulk Hogan, man. Oh, tell me, brother. That's awesome. That's a good one, too. That's a fun one. All right, so.
Okay, let's get back to the question of the week. What is your best Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Absolutely. What is your best Halloween costume, ladies and gentlemen? Keep it clean as best you can. We don't want to hear any crazy stuff.
All right, so let's get up to our topic. Let's get this going. Let's get this
going. It is going, Doc. Come on, this is great stuff.
All right, so this week the topic is fall maintenance tips.
Fall maintenance tips, little October home tips. Okay.
A couple of these. One of them is kind of a little out there, but it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
So let me put it this way to you, okay, folks. People suck at maintenance. I stink at maintenance. A lot of people do. Today was the first day I went to an inspection today. The first person I ever heard that fixed their grade like the inspector told them to.
The outside
grade. I fix my grade every year. Nobody does that shit.
Nobody does that. That's one of the first things they always say, and most people don't do it.
All right, so here's a good one, especially for you wild, freaky people. Flip the mattress. Flip the mattress over because it's got lots of got some squish to it, all that good stuff. How many folks flip the mattress? Throw that at us. Tell us if you flip your mattress every year.
But if you have a pillow top, you have to turn it 180 degrees so the body doesn't form to it. So you can't flip all of them over.
What if it's a sleep number? Then what do you do?
I have no idea what you do with that.
Crazy with the sleep number. No, flip the mattress. Okay?
Flip it or turn it.
Mattress will last a lot longer if you flip that bad boy.
All right. Number 2, check your fire extinguishers. Make sure they're still working. Make sure you know how to use the thing, really, right?
Absolutely. Make sure the fire extinguishers, I don't even know where they're at in my house. How bad is that? I should probably get some fall tips going here.
Do you know where they should normally be?
They should. I don't know.
Should have one under your kitchen sink.
Yeah.
One down by the washer, dryer, furnace. What are you looking at me like
I just got to tell you about somebody's costume. I'm thinking about it, so making me laugh.
You looking at me like, what the hell? All right, what's the costume?
So, real quick, we're going to cut you off. Dynamite DC, Danny Truber, our executive producer, who did give me some ideas this week, and Katie Truber, who have a house in South Haven.
South Haven. It's not
yes,
Grand Haven?
South Haven.
You sure you're not Grand Haven?
No. So, they were John Lennon and Yoko Ono. That's awesome.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Pictures? Any pictures?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
What do you got for 3?
All right. Change your air filter for your furnace. And did you know if you put clean filters in, you can cut your heating bill down 5 to 10%?
5 to 10%. That's a good couple of cheeseburgers for me. You know?
And it makes, maybe. But it makes the furnace obviously more efficient, but just not strain on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, folks, I know that people talk about every 2 years getting your furnace, take a look at it. Filter probably every year. Filter, change it out every year.
Or 6 months. Depends, especially during
how
summer.
badass the filter is.
Yeah.
Depends.
All right. Yep. What's number 4?
Number 4 is seal any gaps around windows. Any kind of penetration. Penetration, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm taking a little far today. I apologize. So, roof penetrations, any window penetrations, anything where water or air can get into.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all over the place, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
you got to check them. Yeah.
It's definitely good.
So number 5, test your carbon monoxide detectors and your smoke detectors. Make sure they're working. You can even blow them out with if you got a little one of those can of air, compressed air. You can blow it out with that, or if you have
Gotcha. Okay. So last one. Last one is clean the dryer duct vent. Okay. Folks, here's the funny thing.
That's a huge one.
I hear this from John Becker from Three Stripes Heating Cool all the time. If people got the accordion ones, you're asking for fire.
Yeah.
You're asking for a fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why the cities want a hard pipe through there, because they want it to be cleanable or not, because it's stuck in there and it catch fire.
Yeah, get the rigid ones. Yeah.
So those are your fall October home tips. Those are your fall October home tips.
Okay, up next is City Spotlight. So where we going this week, Scott?
So listen. We were in Washtenaw, so we're staying in Washtenaw. I just sold a property in Ypsilanti, where we're going to be at right there. Okay,
where at?
It's on Tuttle Creek and Tuttle Creek and Textile.
Yeah,
gorgeous house.
Yeah, I sold that one in Summit there. Yeah,
like 360 something.
Yeah,
so pretty sweet. Sweet.
Yeah. All right, so Ypsilanti, give us the numbers.
So the numbers in Ypsilanti, we're talking. They have 20. Wow. 20 actives only?
That's Ypsilanti proper. That's the city, not the township.
Okay, the township usually bigger.
Yeah.
And you got 11 pendings, and in the last 30 days or 90
30 days.
There is 19 sold. So it's almost like maybe that market hit a low, a little bit of a lull. You get that pending number in the middle is the lowest one. You got 3.
Yeah.
So it kind of hit a lull there. So you got, again, 20 active, 11 pending, 19 sold. So that middle number should be the highest that the market's really moving in that area.
Yeah.
So So what about average square foot and everything?
Average dollar per square foot, $134. The average square footage in the city is 1,700, and the average sales price is $228,000. $228,000.
Wow. Okay, very cool. So a couple things now for fall maintenance tips: get your gutters clean. We were going to talk about that probably next week, just because the leaves aren't falling yet. So my Aunt Chris wanted to throw that out there.
It's a good one.
Your chimney inspected, especially. My sister has fires like every single
time. There you go.
So that's chimney inspected. So that's
make sure,
too. I always talk about get your ducts clean. Because like my dog sheds like crazy, so getting your ducts clean is not.
I think if you have animals, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, not a bad idea. So again, we're not saying that those are the fall maintenance tips to end all fall maintenance tips. We're just saying that those are ones that people forget about.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that people forget about. So
they're easy to forget. And the thing is, those are really easy things to do. You can do in a couple hours on a Saturday.
yeah. So let's go back to question of the show. Now, let me see what I got. So my uncle was Nurse Nasty one time. He was a nurse, like a white nurse outfit. That's a little crazy. So the question again is, what is the best Halloween costume you've ever worn? What is the best Halloween costume you've ever worn? We got some good ones tonight, boy. We got some there. So my aunt was Dr. Malpractice, and he was Nurse Naughty. I'm sorry.
He was Nurse Naughty?
Yeah, he was Nurse Naughty. That's pretty crazy. I remember they went to a Halloween costume
no pictures on that one.
At the church. They went to a Halloween costume at the church.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did, yeah.
So,
I like
guys, what's your best Halloween costume? What's your best
humor.
Halloween costume?
I like humor.
That's what we're looking for.
All right, so up next, I've been excited about having this guy on. It's been a while. I tried talking him come in before, and he's a busy man. He's got a lot going on. And so anyways, we got Ben Herman from Advocate Advisors. He's a commercial.
Wait, Don. Hey, hold on. Ladies, hold your breath, okay? Just hold your breath, okay? Here we go. Try it again.
Ben Herman from Advocate Advisors, Commercial Real Estate.
Very nice. Boy, good to meet you. Good to meet you. Come on in here. Real good to see you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Big fan of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Don, you want to throw the first question on our guest?
So, Ben, explain how you got into commercial real estate and your experience in commercial real estate so far.
So I got into the industry in 2008. Financial markets were crashing, probably the worst time to get into the industry. Housing market was falling apart, but I didn't know any better. And my aunt was an architect, and she said, hey, you know what, come talk to this group. These guys, corporate real estate is really something. So long story short, I got into the corporate real estate arena, and it was tough. I mean, for the first few years, it was cold calls, all day long, 60, 70, 80 phone calls, getting hung up on and getting beat up on the phone.
Yeah.
Didn't realize you could actually, build a career in it. But
Yeah.
12, 13 years later, here I am. And it's good. I mean, times are challenging now with what's going on with COVID and people getting back to work. But that's how I cut my teeth in the industry.
Right.
Yeah.
So you kind of started to reach for it now. What trends are you seeing?
Yeah. So as far as the office sector goes, people aren't back yet. You guys are back. I'm back.
Yep.
Manufacturing's back. Right. People are still making widgets and suppliers are back, but the office component's not back yet. So the trends that we're seeing are, I don't want to say contraction, but utilizing space differently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, years ago, a law firm, 1,000 square feet per attorney. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's a huge number.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 400 or 500 square feet an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of clients that, they have 20, 30,000 square feet office use, back office function, right? Clerical use. And, since COVID, we don't need 30,000 square feet anymore. We can work from home. We know we can work from home. We didn't think we could. We were tasked with it. So now we need a third of that space,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that plays a factor. And this is the CBD in Detroit. This is Southfield, right? This is Troy. This is Livonia. This is Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
These are heavily, pocketed, areas of office use.
Right.
So, it's different. Times have changed like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, man, do you think it's going to be permanent? Do you see some permanence somewhere?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be permanent. I think what's happening is I think that we work efficiently and effectively from home, right? And I think that from what I've been hearing is that we're productive at home. Okay, people still want an office place. People still want to congregate. People still want to rap with their coworkers. But I think we're going to be working differently. Okay, I think the days of call centers, 100,000 square foot block of space and banging out phone calls constantly. You can do that from your house. So I think people are gonna utilize space differently. We're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Right? And the office sector will come back, but very uncertain times today.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna come back, December 1st, January 1, after the election, we're back. It's not gonna, I don't see that happening.
Okay.
When do you have any idea when? Will it be when there's a vaccine, or?
I hope soon. I think the vaccine will play a factor.
Yeah.
But again, I think that I think it's not just COVID related. It's people we're tasked with. We have to work from home because of COVID, and oh wow, we can do this and we can be productive. So why, if real estate's the second highest, number on your balance sheet, we don't have to go back to full capacity anymore. So that's kind of what's cooking.
Do you think that, I know, I'm sure you don't have crystal ball on exactly what's going to happen. Do you think employees will work 2 days out of the at the office, 3 days at home, something like that? Is that do you hear any of that type of?
What's funny, Don? It's all being talked about right now, and nobody knows, nobody knows. Yeah. There's not an expert out there that tells all how to come back, They're leaning on me and, well, let's talk about it. Let's look what the CDC has to say and let's look at how you're utilizing your space. And I can talk about right-sizing space. I can talk about what we're seeing in the market with other users of space. But as far as coming back after vaccine, maybe we'll come back a little bit. But again, people realize that they don't need as much space as they once did. So that's what's changed the dynamic.
Okay.
So is pricing, is steel, are you getting a steal on office space now? Like if you're a business if you're thinking about starting a business, could you get a steal on that or no?
It's a good question. You know what? We're 6 months in this right now.
Yep.
Okay. So, just take Detroit, for instance. Detroit CBD, you're 90% occupied. Okay. There's leases in place right now. So what's going to happen is once those leases roll and your vacancy rises, ownership, landlords will say, okay, well, shoot, now I got to sharpen my pencil a bit. Okay. To bring, users back.
Yep.
But, we're not seeing it yet. Probably the next 6 to 18 months, we'll see, let's say hypothetically, right, it's $25 a square foot. Okay. Maybe it drops to $23. But understand that landlords have had debt covenants too, that they have to cover.
Yep.
So they need to hit certain thresholds.
Right.
So I would say 6 to 18 months. There's deals out there. And there's ways to get, strategic with finding a good lease rate, but it's still very uncertain, with that office sector.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's something, because think about it this way. So some people take advantage of bad situations. Yeah. So, and there's a lot of people that think, I'm going to start my own business. So I just wondered if
they're trying.
If you saw that kind of stuff.
They're trying. I do a lot of prospecting.
Yeah.
When I started my career, it was 80 calls a day. I still make cold calls throughout the day. And I get on the phone and it's, hey, Ben, I got 5 years of lease term left. What can you do? Well, I don't know. Maybe something. Let me look at your lease. Do we have a termination option? Let me dive in and see what the document, how it reads, legally.
Yeah.
People want to get out of their space because they don't need it right now. But when you've got leases in place, there's only so much you can do, right? So
have you come across anybody that has been able to get out of their lease?
So what's happening is the sublease market is on fire, right? So 10,000 square feet hypothetically, user in Southfield. I don't need it. We're working from home. Put it on the sublease market. So let's say we're paying $20 a square foot. Let's try and get 15 for it. So those are the deals that are out there.
Yeah.
But subleases are tough. It's got to fit their use and it's got to be the right square footage. And it's like finding a needle in a haystack. And sometimes you find it, that day, and sometimes you don't find it.
Right. Right. So when you work with a client, what do you do? How do you help them find space? And can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we've got I'm very fortunate. I work with a team that I've been with for about 13 years now. In corporate real estate, you've got full service real estate firms that represent landlords, investors, and tenants. Okay. There tends to be an inherent conflict of interest, right?
Right.
My team and I, we represent only tenants of space. So if you need an office space, right, for whatever, we try to understand what your needs are. What are you doing in the space? Let's figure out what the space should look like, and then we'll wrap the real estate around it. Okay. So we'll take our clients or our prospects to market. We'll tour the market, what you guys do in residential. Okay. Yep. We'll send out RFPs. We'll negotiate with landlords and owners. We'll get architectural drawings. We'll draw the space. We'll price the space, and then we'll negotiate the terms. And whether it's finding new space or it's restructuring current leases.
Yeah.
You know, we do a lot of 80% of our work is restructuring current leases. And one of the uniquenesses to my team is that we're very fortunate, the client base that we have, we're very fortunate. You know, if we've got a requirement in Mississippi or Jacksonville, wherever the case may be, we go into those markets. Our clients, hey, Ben, go meet the business head in Jacksonville, you know, go handle a requirement. I don't have to throw the ball over the fence to another office and let them handle it. Right. So we're a single point of contact.
Right.
And our clients really, really tend to like that.
Wow. Well, it's because you build a relationship with them. It's about relations, not transactional.
Yeah, and then they're calling Ben. They're not calling Joe Schmo in wherever.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. This is one we ask everybody, okay? Yeah. I'm sure you got one, okay? We love stories from the road. I mean, I've driven box trucks back from up north. We've had guys do all kinds of crazy stuff. Give us your story from the road.
Yeah, okay. So I guess my story from the road, and I talked to you guys about this earlier. Again, prospecting and building relationships and making connections is huge, right? It's all about in our industry.
In our industry, right? Absolutely, right? Yes.
So when I was cutting my teeth, I was in the office at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was 80 cold calls a day. You know, didn't make a difference if I had to stay to 8 o'clock at night, whatever the case would be. If I had meetings that day, I had to make 80 calls a day. And I'm getting beat up. You know, people don't want to hear from Ben. Who's Ben, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea was you start early, start at 6 a.m. and get a CFO on the phone, a CEO on the phone. They think it's a son or daughter or a wife. And there's an emergency, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Call me at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. You know?
Hey, Ben.
Who else is?
Right? Now, 99% of the time, and then they got rid of me.
Yeah.
You know? But that was a good time to connect because we didn't have to deal with the gatekeepers, right? And assistants and whatnot. So I'm sorry. Let me get to the story on the road. So if I didn't hit my 80 calls, I had a can of Alpo dog food on the corner of my desk. Right?
Yeah.
I got this from somebody. This was my idea. Long story short, if I didn't hit my calls, I had to eat the dog food. So I went 2.5, 3 years.
Pretty rough.
80 calls a day religiously. I had some meetings in Cincinnati that day with my boss, and we were in the car for I don't know 5-6 hours round trip, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to get calls in, and I was beat up because he was a heavy smoker, and bless his heart, my lungs were full of just smoke that day, and I had no interest in making cold calls. So I backed off at 6:30, and
you got back to the office at 6:30 that night.
6:37 at night.
Yeah.
I said, dude, and I tried to make a couple, and I had I had 55 more to go. I said, you know what? This is the day. So I had at the Alpo, and that's my story on the road.
So you ate Alpo dog food because you did not
spoonful?
No, I took it down, Don.
Whoa! What do you do to keep your goals, ladies and gentlemen? Ben, he eats dog food if it doesn't get to where he has to get.
So how many times has that?
Once, man.
One time.
That's all it takes.
So one time. So how did it taste?
Oh, Don, come on! You think I relive it?
There was nothing about it that was,
that was good. There was nothing that was good. Yeah. But you're very successful, so that means it worked.
Thank you. Yeah.
It worked for you.
Very admirable. Very admirable. Getting it done.
Couple things, Don. First, let's go to our good old question of the show. We'll give them one round because there's all kinds on here. We're going to have to look at this for a couple of minutes, okay? But question is, what's the best Halloween costume you've ever worn? That's the question of the show today. So take a minute and chew on that. And then we're gonna come to two things. One, we're gonna talk about fan of the show, okay? Then we'll have question of the show winner, and then finally the challenge at the end. Those of you that are sticking around, you get to hear about the challenge at the end. So what
is a fan of the show getting today?
Fan of the show is getting today. What do you think they're getting today, Don? They're getting
Uncle Joe.
Yeah, my Uncle Joe. So fan of the show is getting these Impact Outfitter fantastic shirts talking real estate. That's pretty sweet.
Right? You wear one of those in the box?
Yeah.
Yes, I wear a bar, man. It's a bar going shirt. It's a bar going shirt. So, it's a bar going shirt. Come on. So, I'll tell you who fan of the show is today. Okay? It's a new watcher.
That's what we like.
It's a new watcher, yeah. And she's probably had a couple, 2, 3. A bunch of them were sitting at the bar watching our show. So, it's a girl I went to high school with. Okay, she married a good buddy of mine, Tammy Tidwell. Tammy Tidwell, you are a fan of the show. What we do for you is this, pretty simple. What do we do, Don? Pump it up, don't we?
Yeah, Tammy.
So in the chat, all I want to see is Tammy. That's it. All I want to see is crazy Tammy going over and over and over. Ready? 3, 2, 1. At home, go. Tammy, 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 Tammy. All right, Tammy. We got to figure out what size you are, my dear, and we'll get you one of these Talking Real Estate shirts. Thanks for watching tonight. All right, Don. Next, we got to figure out
Well, Adam or Ben, take a look.
So here's what we got to. Guys, give us a second, okay? Give us a second. So we got. Let's see.
Somebody put Don Johnson in there.
Yeah, is good. That's kind of funny. There's nasty. Let's see what else.
Tammy, Tammy's coming through.
See, Tammy's coming through. Absolutely. I like. You know what's funny? That's a good one.
Do you see one in there you like?
I have had them.
What do you think?
Don, take a look at this. So what about alcohol?
Yeah,
that's pretty good. All right, guys. So the spirits have spoken. Okay, the spirits have spoken. The question of the show first: what do you win? You know what we win, Don?
In that bag.
Root Brothers coffee.
All right.
Root Brothers coffee. This week it's candy apple Tanzanian coffee. All right. So Root Brothers coffee is what we got here. A couple of things of it. All right. It's candy apple Tanzanian coffee, fresh out of the box.
That sounds like an interesting flavor.
So we thought about this a little bit. It's definitely an interesting. There's a lot of good ones, guys. Don't take me bad. There's a lot of good ones. So this one was kind of interesting. A little bit authentic and different.
Yeah, authentic for sure.
A little bit authentic, but a little different. Yeah. So the best costume that we saw today is John Lennon and Yoko Ono. That's what we thought was a pretty good one. Again, nothing against everybody else. So Danny Chuber and Katie Chuber, fantastic. Yoko Ono and John Lennon, good job. So Chuber. Where they live at again? Where's their second house at?
Brownstown.
Yeah, it is. That's her first house. Her second house is It's not Grand Haven. It's South Haven. Yeah, really?
South Haven.
All right. So
sorry.
The moment you guys have all been waiting for. All right. We want to talk about the Pumpkin Challenge 2020. Here's how it works, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys got plans?
Yeah. 2020 Pumpkin Challenge 2020. We are going to. From the 23rd to the 27th, all you have to do is carve a pumpkin, okay, and put it either on Don. If you're in Don's part of the audience, put it on his Facebook page. If you're in my part of the audience, put it on my Facebook page. From the 23rd to the 27th, okay, we're going to draw. You put your name into a drawing, okay. It's not on skill. We just want to see you carve a pumpkin and it look awesome. Some of our best people, you might even get one dropped off by myself or Don. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. So the 23rd to 27th, post a picture of your carved pumpkin on either my Facebook page or Don's. Okay, we'll drop every single name that does that in a drawing. We'll draw on the 28th.
On our show on the 28th.
The freaking prizes are going to be big deal. All right, Don's going to crack open the old wallet. Okay, the moths are going to come out, and then we're going to start getting the big deal stuff.
What?
We're talking big prizes.
What was the prize?
I can't tell you right now.
Hey, you didn't tell me anything about
that. We got to discuss it. Yes. No, so guys, Pumpkin Challenge 2020. Okay, 23rd to the 27th. All you're gonna do is get your pumpkin, get ready, carve it out, put it on my Facebook page between the 23rd and 27th, or Don's. Drop your name in for a drawing. We draw live here. It's gonna be freaking awesome. How'd that get you in the season?
I'm sure we'll remind you one more time at least.
One more time, you think?
Yeah, for every week. At least.
Oh, God, guys, what an absolutely great show. I got to tell you, I think we broke Facebook today. I think we did. Because our numbers, I've been looking at them through the whole show. They're just going up and up and up and up and up. We love our rabid fans that are always there. We love the new fans. Like I said, drinking or not, right? If you're at a pub, throwing a couple back and having watching the show, that's great too. Those are good things. But guess what? We got to get off the air. All right? I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
I'm Ben.
And we're talking real estate. See ya.